Is he in jail too?
Yeah, these are all in jail, yes.
Okay. They show one on John Hannah. Is that what you show?
Mr. Hannah.
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't hear you.
You have just one case on John Hannah today?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge, just one case.
We are on the record in 2024 CR 420, State of Kansas versus John Raymond Hannah. Please announce appearances.
Jared Rigger on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appearing on behalf of John Hannah. Mr. Hannah does appear via Zoom audio-visual from the Butler County Jail. Judge, this is a case where I am requesting the court to allow me to withdraw. I would just tell the court that communication has broken down to the point where counsel and client are not able to discuss the case any further, and would ask substitute counsel be appointed, or Mr. Hannah may hire counsel. I don't know.
Mr. Hannah, are you able to hire counsel?
I'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure I can figure something out.
Well, if you can hire an attorney, you should hire your own attorney. But you apparently told me or someone else that you couldn't afford an attorney early on, and you received court appointed.
No, I was saying that I have been in court. I've been pretty much in a situation where I was supposedly incarcerated, to where I haven't been able to contact my family members. What I explained. That's how I explained that. I don't like contacting my family members from facilities like this. Because I had problems with stealing my mail and identity theft, so I don't really don't condone talking to my family member and giving out addresses in a situation like this with these people that don't have what they call a 922E or a 912E jurisdiction. So we can continue on if you want to try to. I just jurisdiction right now.
Well, what in the world is a 912E jurisdiction?
I'm the judge. You're supposed to figure it out. I'm telling you for.
I can't figure out something that doesn't exist.
It does exist, but I'm saying if you don't exist, I understand.
Oh, so it's my fault now? Interesting take, considering you literally made that nonsense up. I actually checked the Kansas Rules of Procedure, and guess what? 912B doesn't exist anywhere, except in your imagination. Flip, don't stress too much. Those handcuffs aren't coming off anytime soon. On the bright side, since you're already sitting in jail, you've got plenty of time to think things over.
Bring something up that I'm not familiar with. You're going to have to tell me what it is.
No, it's jurisdiction. You supposed to look it up. You hired a counsel for me. You hired a counsel for me, and this dude is over here like supposed to be the. And then and the other thing, dude told me that the court, that he said it was going to be 3 days from now. He didn't say it was going to be today.
Who told you that?
He did. The attorney did.
All right. Mr. Regier, do you know what this... Tell me that number again. What is that number you're citing, sir, for jurisdiction?
922E.
922.
And you got a 912E, too.
And a 912.
Yeah, that establishes that the corporate courts are illegal in the United States, pretty much.
Corporate courts are illegal?
Pretty much illegal in the United States, yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, that's...
On the Brady violation as well. Maryland versus Brady.
I know Brady.
Yeah, Maryland versus Brady, yeah. And when we addressed this issue, you should have started with Maryland versus Brady. When you addressed me before anything, you're supposed to address me with Maryland versus Brady.
All right, stop it right now. I'm not going to keep taking your abuse.
Okay, I'm not going to take abuse. I don't want to lock those handcuffs on.
All right, you're going to stop it. You're going to set him down, and you're going to show respect for the court.
It's my house.
Stop it right now.
My house. I built it, whatever. I'll pay down this bill.
You will stop it right now. I understand we have a screen between us.
Yeah, okay. I know we have a
screen.
I don't even know if you're in the courtroom, for real. Let's do a video.
Well, I think I understand why Mr. Patterson, a very experienced, very competent, qualified attorney, can't work with you.
I got a couple of them, too.
Well, if you got them and you can afford them, there's no reason the taxpayers ought to be paying for your attorney.
I'll pay. What do you mean? The taxpayers ain't paying for my attorney. Point blank. Quit telling my intelligence, please.
Well, I'd order them to take you into custody, but you're already there.
I know I'm in custody, and you went up on my bond in custody. How do you do that? Oh, that's what Department of Justice right there. Thank you. Are there any more things to issue, Mr. Jay? What's the prosecutor's
You don't
name?
address me. You're stop it. Mr. Patterson, you are most definitely excused from this case for the reasons cited. You may journalize the dismissal.
Yes, Judge.
And I don't see any need to point anyone else because the defendant's telling me he can afford an attorney. You just need, what do you need to hire your attorney?
Let me figure it out and I get to it. I don't like to make questions.
If you honestly think this guy's buddies with a Supreme Court judge, then I've got some oceanfront property in Atlantis to sell you. At first, I figured he might have some mental issues, but nope. Turns out, he's already been evaluated and declared competent, which means, unfortunately, this level of stupidity is 100% genuine.
Have you ever heard of this?
Thank you.
What he's talking about?
Him too.
Stop talking. Do you, Mr. Regier? Mr. Regier, do you know what he's in reference to when he says 922E jurisdiction and 912E jurisdiction?
Wrote that down backwards.
Judge, I think those are pursuant to federal rules of procedure.
Well, we're not in federal court, so I don't keep myself.
But you have to go by my constitutional rights for a due process. For to be a corporate court, it could because you're financed by federal money. This is not financed by the people here in this county. You get government grants to run this place from the feds.
Where in the world did you hear that?
It's the truth.
Where'd you hear it?
I don't matter where I heard it because I do my own research. I'm not answering that question. I would plead the fifth on that question.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
It's a federal rule, but this is not.
So we can bring up the competency of the court right now. We'll have to turn just on that. Do we need any issues, Mr. Prosecutor? The Department of Justice gonna be emailing you pretty soon.
Sir, let me explain something to you. You are in the district court, 13th Judicial District.
For misdemeanor accusation.
State of Kansas. This is not federal court.
I understand federal court.
The rules that apply are the Kansas statutes annotated. Yes, the Constitution applies, but you're not citing Constitution. You're citing, apparently, federal rules of evidence that apply in federal courts, not in Kansas.
No, that doesn't apply in federal court. It applies to a state because it goes with Maryland versus Brady.
Where did you get your law degree?
You don't have to have a law degree. Doesn't matter about that because I've been educated by the best attorneys in the United States. One of them is I happen to be real close to one of their daughters. A few of them, and their sons.
Want to make a bet? Because you're really out here acting like your last two brain cells still haven't met. Keep it up, and you'll be checking into a Kansas hospital for the criminally insane before you know it. And trust me, there's nothing worse than being fake crazy when you're surrounded by people who are the real deal.
So this time is going to count against you so that you can get a new attorney. And you told me you are going to hire your attorney? Is that right?
Yeah, I said I will figure it out is what I said.
All right, so you'll figure it out. You don't want the court to address another court appointed, right?
Pretty much not. Not with that competency level.
Not a court appointed attorney. So let's have the notes reflect. He does not want a court appointed attorney. He questions the competency level.
I'm going to go after the prosecutor now.
You want to go? You said you want to
go against prosecuting. Thank you. Put that on the record. Before I got on paper. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor.
So what did you say? You want to go after the prosecutor?
No, I said we will holler at the Department of Justice. We'll talk to him. Go after his accusation is what I said. Confirm his accusation with the Department of Justice. That's what I said. Thank you. Is there anything else so I can get back to where I was legally incarcerated at?
Deputy, do you think that does he normally behave competently? I'm wondering if I need to do a competency evaluation. Anyone want to be heard on that?
I've already had one.
In this case, you have?
No, I have one on my federal case. I felt competent because everything I say it's already backed by law.
Well, I am going to, on my own motion, order that there be a competency evaluation. That can be done in the county jail because I'm not sure you're tracking, Mr. Hanna.
Good for you. I don't care if you think that or not, because I can decline it. I can decline that. And if I'm found incompetent, that means you can't do what? You can't put me in a court of law. So you just made another mistake.
Well, if you're found to be incompetent, you will go to a state security hospital.
No, I'm on it. You can't legally commit me to a hospital.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
There, yes.
No, you can't. That just goes to show you try to legally try to commit me to it.
Somebody needs to get this guy a barber. Seriously. Anyway, that wraps up the first video. He didn't pull out as much sovereign citizen nonsense this time around like he did in his first appearance. I guess spending nearly a year in jail will make you finally admit that, yeah, the court does have jurisdiction. Now, let's move on to our next contestant in the Connie Jockin saga. This time, it's a sovereign citizen from Ohio who thought it was a brilliant idea to represent himself in a criminal case.
Well, he's set for jury trial this week. I'm going to continue the jury trial because he needs a new attorney. The time will count against him.
So they have to do illegal commits, take people's property, identity theft. Yes.
And we need to do a competency evaluation. We will set this over. When's my next available jury trial date, Jen?
February 23rd for the pretrial, February 25th and 26th for the jury trial.
And Bondi.
You said 26, and did you say 25 and 26?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So the defendant is ordered to be here February 23rd for pretrial and February 25th and 26th in person for a jury trial. And then when I get the motion on file for competency, then we'll set the competency hearing before then, of course. I see you have had a U.S. Marshal hold on federal charges. That was back in April of last year. I see there was a previous failure to appear.
I was in Butner on evaluation because I had to get rid of the last attorney I had. His name he was going under a fake name. His name was Kurt Burrows, and his name was Beeman. So I had to remove from my case because he wasn't even who he said he was.
Well, I don't know.
Party mistake. Yes. I conflict of interest. Yeah, I've had to remove from the case.
Well, I don't know either of those names. That must be on your felony charges.
Yeah, felon possession of firearm, which I got a settlement on. That I got a settlement on when I was in federal prison for. Got a settlement for it. I've been illegally detained. It's in the law book.
And I see your first appearance, 9/6 of 24th. You were found. The court at that time, I think that might have been Judge Satterfield, I'm not sure, found you very combative and challenging jurisdiction even then. Oh, it was Judge Sanders. That was retired former Chief Judge Sanders. Okay, former Chief Judge Sanders. All right. Well, I think everything is resolved. Anything else, Mr. Regier or Mr. Patterson, we need to address on this matter?
Your Honor, more of a point of clarification. If the court is ordering a competency evaluation, the state will be requesting clarification as to who has prepared the appropriate journal entry.
If your staff has those forms available and wants to do that, that would be fine. If not, I'll have to do it myself.
Very good, Your Honor.
And Judge, I'm out of the case, of course, but I think Mr. Regier knows that it's supposed to be the local mental health department that does the initial evaluation.
Yes. Yeah.
The state is well aware of that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
There's conflict of interest. He doesn't want interest.
Where's the conflict of interest, sir?
The prosecutor cannot give me he cannot be the one that gives me a competency hearing because he doesn't have my he's the one that he's the one accusing me of something. He's the one that brought up the charge, so he can't be the one in charge of my mental competency hearing because it's a conflict of interest. It has to be somebody who has my interest.
Well, I don't have your
or somebody that's subjective to it. Objective point of view, it can't be him.
Okay, well, I'm the one that is ordering the competency evaluation. He just has the staff to do the paperwork, but I'm the one ordering it.
Okay, So, yeah, you shouldn't have said that though. It's on record.
All right. Well, that's the order. And deputy, please, I'm remanding him back to your custody. The custody.
It is.
Okay, I didn't know.
He's not disclosing who he
Now
is
religious. This is now a religious experience. You have a belief.
Here, and then your assistant.
now. Yes.
All right.
Chair over here. I can pull it out if you need me to. Actually, here, I'll just have a seat right there. All right.
All right. This is the matter of the State of Ohio versus Timothy Gordon II. It's case 25 CRB 1229. And you're Mr. Gordon, is that correct, sir?
I'm representing the estate. I'm the executor of the estate trust, and I'm here to settle the matter at hand.
You didn't answer my question.
I am not the all capital straw man. I am the living man.
Well, there's somebody sitting in this chair who's a living, breathing individual,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, sir. And I'm not a corporation like you guys are. I'm not. We
Well,
do business
you,
together.
you
I'm
may
a living
you
man.
may believe that, sir, and
No, that's the
I'm
truth.
not going to try to get you to believe other than what you believe.
Yeah.
But you, according to the record here, is you would be Timothy J. Gordon II,
The living man.
and we're here today on a bench trial in this matter. Are the parties ready to proceed?
The state is, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Gordon, you're not represented by counsel.
No, I do not consent to these hearings. I do not wish to contract,
I hear what you're saying, and
sir.
I'm sitting up here prepared to hear any evidence regarding what occurred
There
in
is no
this
probable cause in
case.
the whole case. I'm sorry. I
I'm
apologize.
speaking.
Apologize.
Yeah. And we're going to go to a trial in this matter today. Whether you wish to be if you wish to be represented, you can be represented by counsel.
Nope.
And if you can't afford an attorney, their prerogative.
Yes,
I don't
right.
know that it's the wisest prerogative, but it is your prerogative. Here's how trials are conducted, Mr. Gordon. The state of Ohio, Ms. Yeager, who represents the state of Ohio, will be presenting evidence through witnesses who are sworn. And those witnesses will take the witness stand here and tell the court whatever Ms. Yeager asks of those witnesses. At the conclusion of their testimony, you have the opportunity to ask questions regarding the testimony of the individual, and that's called cross-examination.
Yes, sir.
If you have questions, please make sure that they're relevant to the testimony and not something that's irrelevant, all right?
Yes, sir.
Once the state has presented its evidence, you may present whatever evidence you wish to present. You may testify on your own behalf, but you're not required to do so. However, if you choose to testify, you yourself will be sworn, and then you can tell the court what you want to tell the court. You can do it from right where you're seated. You don't have to come up to the witness
Can I ask a
stand.
question, sir?
Sure.
Is this a court of records?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
And I got one more question. Can I ask who signs your paychecks?
State of Ohio signs my paychecks.
Can I ask who signs your paychecks?
I assume it's the city of
Newark.
Newark,
Answers. I moved for dismissal.
and I'm going to deny that. Congratulations. Now, you can then testify in this matter, and once any evidence you present to the court is completed, then the court will make a determination as to whether the state has proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding procedure?
Yeah, I'd like the probable cause is what I'd like to know. There is no probable cause.
Well, there was probable cause that was found previously, and you were arraigned in this matter on September the 22nd of this year. But I don't know if it was Judge Stansbury or Judge George, but this has been assigned to Judge Stansbury. Now, I'm a retired judge. I'm not Judge Stansbury. I'm David Landefeld. I'm a retired judge sitting by assignment of the Ohio Supreme Court. So, there has been probable cause found in this matter.
How's that?
Pardon me?
I've never been told there has been. How's that? Can you explain to me how there's been probable cause? I was just walking down the street going nothing, minding my business, and stopped by the police.
Well, maybe you'll hear that in the trial today, sir. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe the court will hear it. And maybe there's nothing there. I don't.
Your Honor, we waive that.
All right. And Mr. Gordon, do you have an opening statement?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
I feel that this should be dismissed under several different reasons and causes. But there was no probable cause to stop me. I was just walking down the street, on my way to work, minding my business, not been breaking any laws whatsoever. Walking down the street, and police officer pulled in front of me, stopped me, and demanded to know who I was, which is that's not the law. I don't have to tell him who I was. I was doing nothing wrong whatsoever. There is no probable cause for me to be in this courtroom sitting here right now.
Okay. Appreciate that. Ms. Yeager, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. The state will call Officer Wingate.
Please remain standing, just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Please be seated. For the record, please state your full name and spell your last name.
Lindy Wingate, Wingate.
And then please give your work address.
39 South 4th Street, Newark, Ohio.
Thank you.
All right, you may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Officer, how long have you been employed by the City of Newark Police Department?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. And were you working on September 19th of this year?
Yes.
And what shift or what hours were you working?
First shift, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay. Were you wearing the appropriate uniform like you are in court today?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
Have you had all required training and certifications required by Newark Police?
Yes.
Thank you. On that day, did you and other officers respond to a scene in the city of Newark where a gentleman was detained for purposes of determining if he had a warrant?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just to clarify, would that include you, Officer Taylor to my left, Officer Fairfield, and Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Okay. And when a warrant is put into leads for a suspect, what kind of information is input in the system?
It has obviously their name, the last listed address on record, their weight, their height, any tattoos, color of their eyes, hair.
It's basically all the demographics and identifying markers.
Yes.
Okay. So is a photograph of all of these things also input into the system?
Not of the tattoos, but of their face, yes.
Okay. And do they give a description of any tattoos or scars if there are?
Yes.
Any? Okay. So when you were at the scene trying to help determine if a person had a warrant, were you able to look at the photograph that was in leads for that person?
Yes.
Okay. And does the person who was in that photograph, are they in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you please point out where he is seated and describe what he is wearing?
Yes, he's in a blue, we'll go with a jumpsuit.
Thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identified the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. So while you and the other officers were on the scene, did you ask that gentleman, the defendant, to give you his name and identifying information?
I don't know that I did. Officer Ellis did multiple times along with Officer Fairfield.
And did the defendant ever give them his name and identifying information?
No.
Okay. And do you recall what maybe like what he was wearing that day?
I believe, yeah, I know a white t-shirt on with some kind of marking on the t-shirt.
And based on your training and experience, if you suspect a person on the street has a warrant, is that a lawful reason to detain them to confirm if they do or do not?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. There's two photographs here. Did you look at those? And who's in these photos?
Timothy Gordon.
Okay. And is this the gentleman that was on the scene on September 19th?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the same person that is the defendant?
Yes.
Nothing further for Officer Wingate at this time.
All right. Mr. Gordon, at this point, you may ask the officer any questions that you have regarding her testimony.
Yes, sir. Did you take a constitutional oath?
Yes.
Could you recite it, please?
That is relevant to any of the events that occurred on September 19th, nor is it relevant to the qualifications or competency of the officer.
I'm going to sustain that objection, Mr. Gordon. I don't know how that.
Because if she don't know her oath, then how does she know her job? She.
I don't know that it's required. I mean, she said she cannot. You can't recite your oath that you took
Correct.
word for word. Is that
Correct.
what you're
Can you
saying?
recite any of it? Like, I mean.
Okay,
you guys all take
so
oaths.
that she's answered that question. She can't recite it, but it's not relevant whether it needs to be recited or not, is what I would tell you.
Yes, sir. That's all.
No further
No
questions?
further.
Ms. Yeager, any
No redirect, Your Honor.
redirect? All right, you may step down.
Thank you.
You may call your next witness.
State Witness Officer Taylor.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? I do. You may be seated. For the record, please state your full name and spell your last name.
Cameron Taylor, Taylor.
And your work address, please.
39 South 4th Street, North Ohio.
Thank you.
You may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Thank you. Officer Taylor, were you employed by the City of Newark as a law enforcement officer as of September 19th of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you on duty with Officer Fairfield that day?
Yes.
Okay. Did you respond to a scene with Officer Ellis and Officer Wingate as well?
Yes.
Okay. And was that location in the City of Newark in Licking County, Ohio?
Yes.
For your job duties that day, did that include responding to calls for service, assisting other officers, and traffic enforcement?
Yes.
Thank you. And did you receive all required training by the department?
Yes.
Were you wearing a marked uniform like you are in court?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
So when you responded to the scene to assist Officers Ellis and Wingate, did they have a person detained?
Yes.
Do you recall what that person was wearing?
Yes, he was in a white shirt and black gym shorts.
Officer, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Showing you two photographs marked as plaintiff's exhibits. One, is that the gentleman that you saw on scene that day?
Yes.
And this was the gentleman detained by Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Thank you. So, as you were on scene, were officers trying to identify the gentleman they had?
Yes.
Okay. And did one of the officers ask him his name or identifying information?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. Did he ever provide that?
No.
Okay. So in the information that is uploaded into leads regarding identifying markers, did they include tattoos for Timothy Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to verify any of the tattoos that were described in leads?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall which ones?
Yes.
Which ones were they?
It was the tribal tat on the upper left arm and then the skull on the forearm, as well as the hearts on the right eye.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm going to show what's marked as plaintiff's 2. Here are some photographs here. Could you flip through all three of those for me real quick? Okay. And whose tattoos are those?
Timothy Gordon's.
And were these what he was wearing at the scene?
Yes.
And those are the tattoos that were described in leads
Yes.
for the warrant? Okay. Do you see Timothy Gordon in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay, could you please just point out where he's seated and describe what he was wearing, please?
He's right there in a blue jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identify the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. Did Mr. Gordon have any possessions on his person when he was detained?
Yes.
Okay. And was that a bag with some things in it?
Yes.
Okay. In that bag was a credit card found? To your
Yes.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm showing that's plaintiff's 3. This is a photograph of a credit card. Whose name is on that?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you. And when this gentleman, he was he ultimately transported to the Licking County Jail?
Yes.
Okay. And was he booked in as a John Doe or is he booked in as Timothy Gordon?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you.
The
No.
officer that pulled up on me when I was walking down the street,
No, it's
do you
not.
see him in the courtroom at all?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to admit plaintiff's exhibits 1, 2, and 3, and then the state would rest.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gordon, do you have any objection to those exhibits being admitted into evidence?
Yes, because I was illegally searched. I was illegally stopped. So yes, I have objections to.
All right, your objection will be overruled. They'll be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, Mr. Gordon, the state has rested, and you may present whatever evidence you wish to present at this time. And
I can't, Your Honor, because what I like, the person that are, the 2 officers that arrested me, that pulled up on me, are not even in the courtroom. So I can't say what I want to say because they're not even here. I can't prove my case because they're not even here.
what is it that you're trying to prove?
I would like to ask them questions, and they're not even here to ask questions too. And I rest.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You first of all, you don't have any physical evidence you wish to present.
I just want
And-
to ask questions to the person that'll.
No, I hear what you're saying,
Okay.
and in the absence of those that officer or those officers, you're saying that you're unable to present any
Yes,
of it.
because they're not even here. I don't feel like
Let
I
me-
get a fair chance.
Let me ask a question. What was there a valid warrant for Mr. Gordon's arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, and that's what he's being held in on for felonies.
Okay. Well, the fact that there was a warrant for your arrest and that you were stopped for that,
But there's
whether
no
the
probable cause.
officers who, hold on,
I'm sorry.
whether those officers who stopped you are present or not, there was a reason for you to be stopped.
No, there
And you
wasn't.
say, I hear what you're saying. But based upon this, what the court has heard, and I'm noting your objections, first of all, is there closing argument on behalf of the state here, Ms. Yeager?
Your Honor, just briefly, we believe we presented evidence today beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, while on the streets in the city of Newark, were stopped lawfully by Newark Police Department because the officers recognized him as Timothy Gordon, who had a valid warrant. They asked him for his name, address, and so forth in order to confirm for certain that it was indeed him. When he refused to do so, they were able to verify that through his tattoos to verify he did actually have a valid active warrant. And yet throughout the entirety of the interaction, he failed to disclose his name, address, or date of birth as requested.
All right. Mr. Gordon?
Yes, sir.
Closing argument?
If I would have felt like I would have did something wrong and I stopped for a reason, I would have disclosed my information. I have no reason not to disclose my information. I didn't know about anything what they're talking about. Like they say, she says I had warrants because they're trying to. Because when I got pulled over that day in that bag, I had a firearm, but I'm not a convicted felon. So that's what she's saying, warrants, but I don't have no warrants. I didn't know I had the one warrant. I didn't have it from 3 years ago. Like, if I don't understand, like, if I would have known that, you know, if I did nothing wrong, I was just walking down the street. That's all I was doing, was going on my way to work. I was just on my way to work. Wasn't causing no problems. I didn't do anything illegal. I was just walking, and I've had these warrants for multiple years. Like, you know, I don't understand, like, if I'd have known, I would have, if I did think something wrong, if I felt like I'd done something wrong, I would have disclosed the information. Not a bad person. I take care of my kids at work. I don't do drugs. I just take care of my business. I don't think, because I know that in order for me to disclose who I am, that's violating my rights, because I don't have to give them my information because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was just walking to work. I wasn't harming anybody. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't even talking. I was just walking head down the way to work. That's all it was about. I wasn't doing anything wrong. That's why I feel like that's why I didn't disclose my information. I feel like I didn't have to.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Well, you're wrong about the law. Okay, that's you. You may think you were doing nothing wrong, and if there is a warrant, if the police have a warrant, they have the right to ask you questions to identify that you are the individual who is subject to that warrant to arrest. Now, you spoke. My turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So they have a reason to ask you questions. You have an obligation under Section 2921.29 to give personal information that would either allow them to say you are the person subject to that arrest warrant or you're not. It's real simple. And it's not a violation of your rights for them to do that. So the court is going to find you guilty of this charge. Now, Ms. Yeager, do you have a recommendation on sentencing here?
Yes, Your Honor. In reviewing Mr. Gordon's CCH, it does appear that he does have felony